Hey, what's up? So we got here a new PvP tier list version 3 apparently by Jaxpic, so thank you Jaxpic for the post. This is pretty well upvoted, so I actually think it's quite correct. I would move some units here, which I'll be talking about, but of course it's all opinion based. I could have the wrong opinion, I could be wrong. I don't know who this guy is, I don't know how many wins or losses he got in the last Kage term, we don't know, but I'll be talking about what I think is my opinion. So I'll be coming from bottom to top, and we'll see what we get here. So, right off the bat, Conan and Pain, I would 100% take off Pain. Pain is not even worth mentioning the tier list. He's a very fodder character. I mean, unit. The character in the anime is not fodder, but the unit is pretty fodder. Like, if you bring him up, the only thing that he does on PvP is he heals himself, and that's pretty much it. He's a pretty slowish unit with he has actually pretty much pretty good health. I was gonna say he's not very good health, but he does have a decent amount of health. Really, he doesn't do much. I would say he's not worth using unless you don't have anything, like anything at all. Every single time I run against a team with him, even though I don't have wisdom units, he's pretty easy to kill because, as I said, he doesn't have much speed. And if you're gonna use him behind, for instance, you're gonna jutsu, you're gonna heal, and then, yeah, you're gonna lose the healing. So you need to put him in the front, he takes damage, and then he heals when he jutsus. But because he's so slow, he can really bump your team down. He's not a good unit. I would say he's pretty fodder, especially when you consider, look at these top SS tiers. Minato one-shots him. Killing Sasuke immobilizes him and does a lot of damage because he's wisdom. And Final Fight Sasuke does a lot of damage because he does have the 40% actual damage against bravery. It's really not worth using. And of course, Final Fight Naruto has the damage reduction against bravery as well. Pain is a very fodder unit. J6 Pass Naruto is I've seen that I never lost to a team like in the last couple of weeks that had Sage 6 Pass Naruto. I wouldn't say he's a bad unit, but but I would say he's B tier for sure. He's B tier alongside these units. The new Four Tails Naruto, I'm gonna actually mention him because probably, wrong one. Probably a lot of people don't know much about him. I've seen even on the subreddit that a lot of people don't even know about him, that he exists. The thing about him is, he does 30k against hard types. And you would think that would be good, but because his hitbox is so terrible, it makes the unit not good. I have a showcase of him. You probably saw mine or either mine or Shiny's, but he has a terrible hitbox. It's very difficult to hit more than one opponent, and just hitting him for 30k and not having any other effects really bumps this unit down. I would say he's B tier. He's not above that. If you're playing on global, I would say skip his banner. The only reason why I did was for his content. I make videos, and second because Four Tails Naruto is probably my favorite version of Naruto if you think about it. So really, that's why. Really, there's no real reason to summon for him. I would say he's a pretty fodder unit. I wouldn't say he's fodder. I wouldn't say he's like Pain. Because of his hitbox is pretty impossible, and the Kage maps really screw his hitbox even more. And then moving on, we have 36 Pass Obito. I think he fits pretty well here. My guy also fits pretty well here. Hinata, when she gets the limit break, I would reckon she goes to S tier, but as it is, she's fine here. I don't know when she's gonna get it. I think she's gonna get her limit break in the next batch of limit breaks. Her and Neji. So Neji may come to A tier alongside the units that got limit breaks, same to Sasuke and all that. And Hinata is probably gonna go to S tier, maybe SS. I don't know, probably S though. Then Itachi, he's fine here. I would even put him off the tier list, maybe C tier. I don't know. Again, same thing. If I lost to a team that had Itachi, it wasn't because Itachi, it was because of someone else. Kakashi also, I would say the same thing about Itachi. Not the greatest unit. And again, he's pretty slow. The damage he does is pretty okay, but there's no real reason to use him. He's just damage. Same to Sasuke, because of his buddy skill, he makes him a good unit. Reduces chance of being immobilized, which counters killing Sasuke. He is a pretty fine unit after the limit break. I would say he's pretty good. Rock Lee almost one-shots the Madara and also ignores dodge, so he can be a very good unit on that. If you put like a unit behind him with attack boost, he basically one-shots them. He does one-shot the Madara. This kill Madara, and because of course he ignores dodge, he can really be useful. So I would say he's an A tier. I wouldn't put him S tier, but I would say he's a very fine unit. Ulti Naruto, I would bump him to S tier, because if you I didn't pull out Ulti Naruto, I'm a dumbass. If you take a look at Ulti Naruto after his near break, he got 53,000 health, almost 52,980 health, and his jutsu does a lot of damage. And he's quite fast. Is it 297 plus 30, 321? I think I'm correct. 321. It's 327. I'm sorry. Pretty good. He becomes a very good unit. I would say even bump him to S tier. But again, I would agree. Sasori, he has fallen off. I can't point my finger on why Sasori has fallen off, but he certainly did. I would say he maybe Minato, because Minato is a better Sasori, right? He does the ultimate, he's fast, has a lot of damage reduction. I would say Minato is kind of an upgrade to Sasori. Maybe that's why he has fallen, but I don't know. Itachi, man, I would even bump Itachi down to B tier. Like, Itachi has really not helped. Like, every single time I use Itachi, the only thing that he does is the damage, and then he misses twice. He never helps me. And playing with RNG sometimes can really screw you up, so I would even bump him down. And then Obito, he's fine where he is. When he came out, I actually quite hyped him up way too much. Let me bring him up. I quite hyped him up way too much. If you have him fully duped with the dodge and everything and the increased damage, he can be a very good unit because of the bumping the enemies to the back, a little bit back, right? But it's certainly not the best. He's certainly a unit that has not too much health, like 31k. The dodges really help, of course. If you can dodge a jutsu, that can really help. But the most used heart unit in the PvP Kage environment is Final Valley Naruto, and guess what he does? He ignores dodge. So he can be really bad. But at the same time, he can be really good. So A tier I think is fine. A tier really should be a classification for units that do well sometimes and do bad sometimes. I do agree. Sagemo Naruto, an incredible unit. With abilities, I would say he almost is SS tier, but not quite. If you take a look at his abilities, and bring him up again, he has the 10,000 health boost, which bumps him up to 42,000 health. That is so good. I really want them to bring the abilities for him. I don't know what they're gonna do, how they're gonna handle the PvP rewards, but I had an idea. I may do a video on that idea that I have for how they could handle it. And when he gets the abilities, man, the attack boost and the health boost are gonna help so much. Also, ignore substitution for the skill Madara, nullify immobilization for killing Sasuke. He can be really good when he gets the abilities. Madara, yeah, I would say he's good right here. The speed boost is really good. The 25 speed boost is amazing. I've seen a lot of teams very well utilizing it, especially with Minato, because if you put him behind Minato, he can Minato goes like a fucking flash or something. Madara, yeah, Madara used to be the best unit in the game, but he has fallen off a lot, probably because of the Final Valley units, killing Sasuke as well when he lands the immobilization. Gaara, I would say Gaara could go to SS tier, maybe? I don't know, because Gaara is such a... How can I say? He's a burned card, right? You use a card and you burn it. You just use him for speed, and when he's done being fast, he's done. The damage that he does on his normal jutsu is quite good, but it's not good enough. Yeah, I think S tier is good for him. Being the fastest unit really makes him much better than Hinata. As I said, Hinata could go to S tier when she gets the linear break, but I think Gaara is good where he is. Obito though, he is a SS tier unit. No, Obito is probably the best unit in the game. Like, not the best, the most annoying. And in this game, the most annoying is the best. So I would say I would bump up Obito to SS tier. I don't know how he's doing, if he's doing like from left to right, or if it's all random, like the positions. But I would put like, if it is, I would put like Obito first here. If it's right to left, right, the worst from the best, I would 100% bump up Obito to SS tier and then put him in front of Final Fight Sasuke right here. Madara is good where he is. If it was Madara, before me using a lot of him, I would say he would be SS tier, but because Final Fight Naruto is such a present unit, and Final Fight Naruto ignores dodge, and Jujutsu from Final Fight Naruto kill Madara, and a lot of teams are using double Final Fight Naruto, because Final Fight Naruto and Sasuke have really become easier units to obtain. Still not like the easiest thing ever, but very easy units to obtain nowadays, because we had like what, 3 banners of them, and a lot of people that are in Kage summoned for all 3 of them, getting the guarantees and stuff. So it really is probably a good thing to use multiple, I guess. But Madara has fallen off because of the abundance of Final Fight Naruto's, really. But he's still a good unit. If you can pull out the ultimate, it's almost a guaranteed win. Minato, I talked about him multiple. I love Minato. I love Minato. He's fast, tanky. His jutsu is incredible. Like, a lot of times, the guy gets like an ultimate with Madara. I just ult with Minato. Even if he dodges, I'm stealing his chakra and he's being moved back. Such a good unit. Minato is amazing. King Sasuke, I don't think, if you play PvP more than 1 match, I think you know King Sasuke. Free-to-play unit, so everyone has it. A lot of people grinded like 5 of him and just spam the immobilization because he has a 90%, and I do agree, he's a SS tier unit, and I wish he was like either banned to be used multiple of. Every unit should be banned to be used multiple of, not only him, but him in specific needs one of those. But not only that, a nerf to his immobilizations, like 1 turn. Mystic said like he would be fine with 1 turn, and I agree, because like, what is it, 3 seconds his? I need to check this. What is it for King Sasuke? Is it 3 seconds? Not only like he's annoying because he immobilizes, but people that use multiple of him will really get me. True, it says 1 second. Okay. It's 2 seconds. Okay, they could just delete this ability, and I think it would be fine, because the resets also get me. Because sometimes, like when people use multiple of him, they use the jutsu with the first one, get a reset, and when he comes back, he jutsus again. So it's really annoying. And then Final Fight units, I would say Final Fight Naruto maybe is better than Sasuke because he ignores dodge. Ignoring dodge in this game is so good, because if you take a look, like Obito has dodge, Madara has dodge, and then dodge. What is it? Dodge. He does the dodge on his body. Like, a lot of units have dodge, and dodge guarantees you that you're not gonna take damage. So ignoring dodge would be a very good thing. All in all, I think this tier list is very good. If you want to base your teams around this tier list, I would say good. The only thing really is Obito going to the SS tier, and then the rest of it, I would say it's completely fine. And then of course taking off Pain entirely, because Pain is trash. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, let me know your thoughts down below if you think this tier list is correct or incorrect.